Strategic. Be strategic. Everything you do. I feel like today, I ain't gonna say I messed up with today, but I kind of feel like today is almost like a repeat of yesterday. Almost. Even though I'm gonna get my lives done, I'm gonna get that done now. So the only thing I will have to do when I come back home are my exercises and my keyboard practice. But then I still got other stuff I gotta do. So I told myself Saturdays and Sundays I'm gonna do my podcast. So I gotta do the podcast tomorrow too, or tonight too. I don't have time to waste. I'm just gonna be on it. It's gonna be tough though. Definitely gonna be tough, man. I literally just went to sleep like at 4 something. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, 6 hours. But I ain't gonna lie, I feel refreshed. I feel refreshed. But I'm coming up with a strategy right now as we speak. Coming up with the strategy right now as we speak. I ain't gonna lie to you. But you gotta do this every day. You need to come up with a strategy, a plan. So like I said yesterday, I'm gonna have a little planner. I have to get me a planner, a schedule for myself that I can write down. Cause I wanna take this to another level when it comes to just planning properly, you know. So yeah, be strategic in everything that you do. Have a strategy, have a plan, have a goal, right? And follow it. Every day you wake up, or even before you go to sleep, you know, you should write down what you want to do the next day, or the following week, the month, and literally just check off the list. It's almost like going grocery shopping, going shopping, period. If you want certain things, you know you have to plan for it. They don't just happen. You have to plan for it. Yeah, make a strategy and abide by it. It's definitely tough. And I feel like the older you get, it gets a little tougher. And the only reason why is because you have more responsibilities. You have way more responsibilities than you did when you were young. When you were young, you don't have that many responsibilities. And I ain't gonna say you don't have any, because I definitely did, because I had a lot of chores I had to do. I had to do those on a daily basis just to teach me responsibility. And all that stuff that I was doing when I was younger, it helps me now. Like getting up and moving and not taking forever. Like my dad always woke me up and he expected me to be up and dressed and ready in less than 15 minutes. 15, he might have gave me 20 minutes. But he always encouraged me to move, keep moving, because time don't wait on you. So even still to this day, I can get up and like literally I move fast whenever I get up. I don't waste the time. You know, once I'm up, I'm moving, and that's just what it is. It takes a while for you to get adjusted to a schedule like that too. It definitely takes a while. And also, but I'm also a firm believer that we as people, we get ready and we do things quick when we really want to do things. So, you know, I don't like really using excuses at all when it comes to just activities in life. Because if you really wanted to do something, you're going to do it. You're going to find a way to do it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're going to find a way to do it. Just always remember that. You know? That's how I look at it. You can always find a way to do it. So it's definitely tough. But everything we do in life, you know, it takes time. It's not necessarily easy. I'm gonna be honest with you. So, you know, expect some frustration along the way. Expect being aggravated. Expect things to pop up and not go exactly the way that you might want it to go. Expect that stuff, because honestly, stuff like that happens. Life is not perfect. Nobody's perfect in life. All right? So like I said, have a strategy. Plan it. Plan it out and stick to it. All right. I know today is definitely a long day at work. I'm gonna have to take that 9 o'clock option off on mine. I'm gonna have to. But it is open because I know people not paying attention to details as far as my hours concerned. I know they're not, so. Yeah, so be strategic, guys. Have that strategy, stick with it. Another thing too, don't be afraid to write your goals down. Don't be afraid to write your plans down. Whatever you feel like you really, really want to do, you need to write it down. Visually, it helps. It helps. So anytime I'm doing my podcast, like I'm usually writing all that stuff down. Like I'm not just from the top of my head trying to guess about what I'm going to talk about. I used to do that, but now every time I do a podcast, I'm writing down what I want to talk about. I do my research, and then I put it together. Yeah, I'm gonna put it together. So always do stuff like that, guys. Another thing too, after you come up with your strategy and you abide by the strategy, you follow the strategy, right? Always start thinking about other ways of trying to accomplish that goal or that strategy that you have. Like just because you did it one way don't mean you have to keep doing it the same way over and over. You got to find a way that it works for you and it's efficient enough where you're getting all the stuff that you need to get done in a timely manner. Because at the end of the day, we're all racing against time. I don't want to say time is our biggest enemy because it's not. I feel like we should be aware of it, but we also should utilize it wisely instead of wasting. I don't feel like we should waste time. It just goes by so quick. Everybody lives for the weekend. I don't want to live for the weekend. Oh, weekend, and you don't have nothing to do on the weekend. You kind of do. Kind of do. When I have a vacation, well, my point of view of a vacation is maybe 2 to 3 weeks, really like a month. That's like a vacation in my eyes. Nothing less than like a month is my, you know, it's my depiction of a vacation. Because I feel like the first week you probably just want to look around and figure out the things you want to do, or you might just relax. Second week you might sightsee. Third week you might do a little shopping. Fourth week you're gonna do some touring and some activities. And then the fifth week, if there is a fifth week in the month that you're gonna be getting ready to go. You know? I just be thinking more lately though. I don't just be thinking about things like January is literally almost over with. And it just started. It just started last week? Week after last? It started last week. But it's almost over with. Because the 12th will be on Monday. I'm like, yo, it happened so quick. That's why we like that. Time don't wait on anybody. 12 days from now will be 24 days of January. So it's like, really realizing what you're doing, realizing the time that you have, and making proper planning with the time that you have. All of that is huge. All of that's stupid, man. Like, when I say stupid, I'm not talking about like it don't make sense. I'm talking about it's crazy how you realize the importance of something the older that you get, you know? I mean, that's just what it is. It happens, man. Happens. Every time I come on these lives, man, I just try to give you tips and techniques that you can utilize in your own life. And these tips and techniques that I talk about, like, they definitely work, but you have to, I ain't gonna say you have to want them to work. You gotta try them out, you know? We look at all these different hacks and recipes we see on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. There's a lot of different hacks, like life hacks and stuff like that. But you gotta try them out. They might work, they might not work. It's the same thing with the tips that I'm letting you know about. Some of them work, some of them don't work. What you doing? Oh, it's taking these grapes off the line so I can wash them. You know, they got chemicals on them. I'm just talking about strategies and being strategic. Yeah, this is all I'm eating today. Well, tonight, probably eat something else, but as of right now, This is all I'm gonna be eating today. Yeah, okay, yes, I'm listening. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I love the power of social media, and you know, too much of anything isn't good for you. So you gotta do things in moderation, use things in moderation, take things in moderation, listen to things in moderation. You know. Yeah, there's different strategies, different techniques. And honestly, people just, and this is really my personal opinion. People, they speak from experience. I know every time I talk about strategies and I give you stories or any type of example, it's literally from my life, things that I've experienced, or from other people's life. Like, I seen it work with another person, and I know that that's what they do on a regular basis. So I ain't gonna say I'm a rocket scientist, but I use common sense. Yeah, I use common sense. Common sense is something that we all should use. I don't think that we use enough of it. Honestly, I don't. I'm not saying that we're stupid as a people. I'm not saying that. But I feel like we could use way more common sense. Yeah. I feel like we should use more common sense. Everybody is different. Everybody's different. I also say this too: what makes work for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. But if it works for a collective of people, if it works for a lot of people, maybe you should take that in consideration. You know? What's good for mood changes? I'm technically working. All right, mood changes. So anytime your mood changes, that's a natural. That's something natural that happens to all of us. And I'm not saying it ain't nothing you can do, but sometimes you just need that time just to get away and process. You just need that time to get away and process your thoughts. Anytime you feel like you're getting a little bit moody and a little aggravated, that's your time just to step away from the scene, right? And process your thoughts. Sometimes just a nice process of your thoughts will go a long way. It will go a long way. Instead of doing things because you feel like you got to do it right then and there. Sometimes you need that time just to chill and process your thoughts. Because if not, you're gonna be snapping off on a lot of people. You know, you don't want to be snapping off at people. You don't want to do that. First of all, it's not nice. Second of all, you're not gonna get anything accomplished. You're not gonna get anything accomplished snapping off, being upset, being angry at a person. So yeah, anytime your mood changes like that, just take that time, process your thoughts, okay? And it works really good, especially the longer you take the process. Now, I'm not telling you to take all day, every day, because you don't have the time for that. You definitely don't. But you do need a little bit of time to yourself where you can just think, processing those thoughts. And then after you finish processing, whatever you feel like you came up with in your head, right? Put it to action. But the better and the quicker that you learn to process your thoughts, right, in a nice, timely manner, the better. Literally the better. So I'm real big and like, don't take forever. Don't take your precious time. Speed it up a little bit. You know? Okay, thank you. Yeah, no problem. No problem. No problem. Yes. Another thing too that helps too, being responsible. Okay? Being responsible helps a lot as well. We're not gonna do the blame game. We're not gonna blame this person for this. We ain't gonna blame that person for that. No sirree. We're not doing any of that. Being responsible for your actions is major. I'm talking about extremely major. So today, I feel like I kind of, I ain't gonna say I dropped the ball, but I might have a little bit of time to go to this store that I need to go to, because I have to get something for my job, right? And I'm not gonna say it's gonna take a little bit of time, but it's still gonna take a little bit of time out my schedule. I'm just gonna go ahead and get it done and over with. Now I could have been did it, honestly, but I didn't. I chose to do stuff. I chose to do something else. Now, life is choices. Life is full of choices, guys. It's full of choices, and you got to make the right decision. Oh yeah, responsibility is a serious job. What you cooking? I'm just cooking a little breakfast sandwich for my son. That's it. So yesterday I already knew that I needed to go to the store to pick up something for my job, and I told myself I was going to literally wake up early so I could go ahead and get that done. But I went to bed this morning like at 4:30. So honestly, I only had about 5.5, 6 hours of sleep. I didn't have to have that much sleep though, honestly. Even though I feel better, like I feel a lot better right now. Kind of still waking up, but I'm gonna still have to get that done. Now, if I would have woke up, I could have got that done and over with, right? And I could go straight to the barbershop, even though I'm about to still go straight to the barbershop. But something else happened. I needed some dishwashing liquid, and I didn't have any dishwashing liquid. So last night, I got home late, and I still had to do a lot more stuff. Like, I just had to do so much. I had to do so many things last night. So I didn't get the chance to wash all of my dishes because I ran out of dishwashing liquid. And I should have did that afternoon. I didn't do that. So anytime you procrastinate, anytime you wait on stuff that you don't really have to, you reap the consequences from that either later on that day or maybe the next day. That's why it's so important to be responsible and get that stuff done and over with really. I ain't gonna say really quick, but just get it done. Get it done. Don't waste the time. If I would have went ahead and got my my dishwashing liquid, my dish detergent, I wouldn't have never had to go out this morning and get some. And I could have had a lot of this done nowhere. Could have had this finished. Could have been completed. But since it took me so long to do it, right? And I didn't wake up until a certain time, now I have to suffer the consequences of waiting. You know? So true. Choices aren't no joke. Just pick the right one. You're right. Choices is everything. And it's cliche, you know, just pick the right one. It's easier said than done. We can all say, yeah, just pick the right one, but do we really do that? A large majority of the time we don't, even if we talk about it. Like, I'm one of those people, I'm not a hypocrite. I feel like I used to be a hypocrite with some things, but like I really practice what I preach. If I'm telling y'all to do something, that's something that I do. All right? But you only have a little bit of time. You don't have a lot of time. Like right now, guys, just being honest with you. It's sad to say, but your time running out for today too. Your time is running away from you. Just being honest with you. I don't know what you have planned, but if you do have anything planned for today, and you haven't started that right now, guys, your time is definitely running away from you. All right? Your time is running away. So just take all that in consideration. Plan. You want to make sure that you're properly planning. You don't want to waste time. A lot of us, we do that. We waste a lot of time, unnecessary time. And we don't have to do that. We as people don't have to waste time. We don't. That's a big choice that a lot of us, we choose to make. That's why I tell my son all the time, as soon as you wake up, man, go ahead and get your stuff done. If you're not sure about something, ask. And you ask as many times as you want to, or you need to, until you have clarity of what you're trying to get done or what you need to get done. And honestly, that's with me, or, you know, especially at school, like I'm a big advocate of him paying attention, making sure he do what he's supposed to do at school. 2-day resting day. Yep. I mean, 2-day resting day, that's fine. That's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with resting. You know, some people like resting, some people don't like resting. But at the end of the day, what are you doing during the resting days? Even if you're resting, you should still be doing something. You should still be, I feel like we should be productive every single day, even if we're resting. It's something that you can do to be productive. We don't need to be just lazy slobs. You don't need to be lazy slobs. Something that we can do every single day. Okay? It's always something to do. My mama always tell me that, and she still tell me to this day. It's always something to do. It's always something to do. Just remember that. Oh, take this out. Yeah. Always something to do, guys. Home day, working late, ain't no joke. Nah, you right. Yeah, you can't. tell people this all the time. Don't waste that time now. That time is not gonna wait for you. That time is not gonna wait for you. I promise you it's not. It's not gonna wait for you at all. So you either gonna do something about it or you're not. You know? Right now I'm on a time schedule too myself, but a little bit behind. Like I said, I could have been got this done and over with, but I'm kind of glad I'm getting everything done now. That way, once I get home, I don't have to even worry about that part. The only thing I'm gonna be focused on whenever I get to the house, doing my exercise. I gotta do my exercises, and then I also have to do my keyboard practice, exercise and my keys. And after that, I'll be doing my podcast, man. Yep. So I've been on for a long time, guys. I ain't even gonna lie, I've been on. I'm gonna have to do my other live once I get to the barbershop. But yeah, be strategic. Have a strategy. Stick to that strategy. Finish the strategy. No matter what. Okay? It's hard though, guys. Life is definitely a challenge. But can we get through it though? I've always been the type of person like, I don't care what it is, man. I gotta get through it. I gotta get through it. So every day I wake up, that's my goal. How can I get through this? How can I get through that? All right? And that's what I do every day. No matter how long it takes. Finding a solution to the problem at hand. Finding a solution to what I have planned. And putting action behind it, okay? Putting action behind it. So if you're new to this channel, man, this is my podcasting channel, but I go live every day from my podcasting channel. I go live from it, and the reason why I go live, because when I go live, I want people to see. I want people to ask me questions. This is like my time that I do like one-on-one interaction with my subscribers. So that's why I go live. And sometimes I go live for 5 minutes. Sometimes I go live for like 25, 30 minutes. It just all depends. Like right now I'm doing something. So I had to go live. Had to go live today. Yep. Like I said, I do this just so y'all can see me. All right. I want y'all to always physically see me, so y'all know I'm not AI. So y'all know that actually all the advice that I'm giving you, I practice myself. Okay. Oh. Little breakfast sandwich. Got the breakfast sandwich done. Lunch sandwich done. This is definitely, let me see. Yummy. Appreciate it. Yeah, y'all check out those podcasts. I literally dropped 2 this week. Let me know what you like about it. And I do these podcasts just so everybody can participate and you give me your honest opinion. And honestly, I get a lot of ideas from you guys when it comes to content ideas and topics to talk about. Like whenever you engage with me, I get a lot of ideas and feedback. Well, I ain't gonna say feedback, but I get a lot of ideas from you guys through your comments and suggestions. I do. You know, like I said, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all my subscribers. I appreciate people who be looking and not even commenting. I appreciate all of that. I appreciate the engagement, period. I don't take none of that for granted. You know? But we at 12:12. Okay. Time for me to wrap this up. Welcome, yes. Appreciate that. Another thing too, this is my last point I'm gonna make before I get off. Don't give up. Don't give up, okay? All this has to do with being strategic. Don't give up. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna feel like you can't get it done, especially when you have a lot on your plate. If you definitely have a strategy, you can get it all right? Now, one thing I will say, don't put too much on your plate, right? If you're one of those people that you feel like you need to, you gotta have a strategy on how you're gonna be able to eat all of that. How you gonna be able to do all of that? Huh? How you gonna do all of that? You got all that on your plate. You feel like you need to do it. You feel like it needs to get done, right? Well, you're gonna have a strategy. You gotta have a strategy. How you gonna get that done? Huh? Certain things we can do, certain things we can't. When it comes to timing, alright? So don't beat yourself up about this. Don't beat yourself up about that. Do the best you can. Literally, do the best you can. Work the hardest you can at that time. And get it done. Yesterday I was talking about don't wait till the last minute. That's what I had did. I was waiting till the last minute. Today I feel like I did the same thing. and it don't do anything for you, it just puts you in a rush state. It puts you in a rush state. That's not fun at all. I do not like rushing. I do not like rushing. Not like rushing at all. Yep, but until next time, guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe so you can stay notified. I got to leave. I have to leave. Let me say that correctly. I gotta go. Where's the... I gotta go. I have to leave. Got more stuff I have to do for today. Till the next time, make sure you like, share, subscribe so you can stay notified. And guys, I'm out. Before you leave out that door, man, come here.